If I told you to stick your finger in a light socket, would you? You wouldn't, because you know there's something in there, you just can't see it. And that is a metaphor for our life. We live life according to our five senses. What we see, taste, touch, hear, smell is affecting everything we do. Even the most important decisions we make in life are governed by our five senses. What school to send your children to, what restaurant to go to, what relationship to get into. All these things are based on your five senses. But just like the light socket example, there are hidden forces that we can't see that are governing your life. Your brain, however, is working with you to think that the life that you're living is exactly what you think it is, based on your five senses. For example, imagine you are a steak eater and you love steak and you want to go to your favorite restaurant. So you call your friend up. Your friend also loves this place, loves the steak too. You're thinking about it on the way, and you're both excited because you haven't had steak in a while, you haven't seen each other in a while, and your brain in the background is already going to work. It already knows the experience that you have with this friend, and it already knows the experience that you have at your favorite steak place. So the part of your brain called the predictive brain is already going to work behind the scenes. And as soon as you walk into that restaurant, you are starting to salivate because you are thinking about the steak, you're smelling it, you hear them cooking in the background. This is your predictive brain at work, already knowing the experience you're going to have based on your memories, based on your past experiences. Now, let's take this same scenario, but let's change one of the players. Instead of you're going with your friend, you choose to go with someone that you've just met. Doesn't like steak, they're a vegetarian. And you're thinking, you suggest the steak restaurant, and your friend just tells you for the first time they don't eat meat and suggest a really great vegetarian restaurant. You're thinking, how can I go to a place that doesn't have meat? And they're thinking, how can I go to a place that only serves meat? Again, knowing these experiences, you have a part of the brain called confirmation bias. And what happens with that part of the brain is it knows what you like and it knows what you don't like. So when your friend is mentioning a vegetarian restaurant, your brain is thinking, but I only eat meat. So that is your brain behind the scenes guiding you and working with you in your world based on the five senses. Just like the example of the light socket, there's a hidden system going on behind the scenes. Imagine you're going to a friend's house for dinner and your friend is making you your favorite meal. You drive up to the house, you walk in, you're smelling the foods, you're sitting down, you're having appetizers. There's lights that are on, there's music that's in the background, air conditioning's on. You're not even thinking about it. Just like life, a whole system behind the scenes is governing your reality. You're not even aware of it. There's a material world and a non-physical world. Kabbalah calls the material world the 1% reality. The non-physical world, the world that you can't see, Kabbalah calls that the 99% reality. Now, some teachers call it the quantum field. Other teachers call it the infinite. Kabbalah also refers to it as the endless. It is the light source of the Creator, an endless force of energy that we can tap into. It is governing our life. Now, think about this. An atom, according to science, is mostly made up of space. And if atoms make up molecules and molecules make up walls, technically we should be able to walk through walls. So if the 99% is really governing our lives, everything that we're doing, it would make sense to tap into it, right? Perhaps you already are. There's prayers, there's meditations. If you're taking time out of your day to tap into this non-physical reality, this 99% world, that's great. The question is your world, is your reality looking the way that you want it to? Because just tapping in doesn't mean everything shows up the way that you want it to. You're aware of this. There's different ways to know whether or not you are really tapping in to the 99%. Are you tapping into these unseen forces? And are you really doing the work you need to really get what you want? One of the many ways you can know if you're tapping in is, are you really doing the work you need to be receiving the things that you are? For example, let's say you're someone who's trying to manifest wealth and you are doing your meditations and checks start to come in the mail that you were not expecting. Or you are somewhere and you happen to meet someone who's interested in financing your business and you've been looking for people to finance your business. You're in the flow. It's like you are on the river and you are flowing with the river. You're doing the work and you're not swimming upstream against the current. You know what it's like when you're swimming upstream against the current. Things become more challenging. You know that you have to do more work. Now imagine checks start coming in the mail and you've been slacking off. You meet the right person to finance your business and you haven't been doing the work. That's the time to take attention and be aware, because just as quickly as something can come is as quickly as that can go away. If something's coming and you're not doing the work, pay attention, because just as quickly as something comes, it could quickly go away. Think about it. If I came over to see you and I brought you a puzzle and it was already put together, you wouldn't be so excited. Why? Because the joy isn't actually putting the pieces of the puzzle together. You've heard the expression that hard things, you've heard the expression that you have to earn it. There's things in life that you want, that you desire, that you need to earn. Knowing that 99% of what affects us goes beyond what we could see or sense with our five senses. Aren't you curious? Are you curious if something's missing?